there, I hope you've had a great week. As promised, I'm going to answer 5 questions here on the channel that you put up on Twitter, Instagram, and everywhere else. I will answer everyone else, but here we go with 5 of the questions on the channel. Question number 1 comes from Instagram, and it comes from Elise B. Miller. And the question is, how do you keep going and not become discouraged where you are not where you want to be? Also, you see the potential, but the journey to the destination is long and uphill. How do you maintain relationships in the process and friendships? Okay, this is a really good question. I think that feeling discouraged is something that's common to the entrepreneurial process. You fail so many more times than you see success. And I think the trick is to be the one who's got so much belief in their idea that you can push through that feeling of discouragement. On the relationship and friendship side of things, bring your friends and family on the journey with you as much as you can. They'll understand when you're busy, but they'll also pull you up when you're too lost in things and you need to come up for a breath of air. With my friends, I stay in contact with WhatsApp mostly. We're all in different time zones and it's just a great way to check in. I also made a deal with my mother that whenever she rings, as long as it's possible, I will pick up the phone, even if it's just to say I'm busy right now, so that she knows that I'm alive and everything's okay. In terms of significant others and relationships, I haven't solved that just yet, but if any of you have, please put it into the comments below. Alright, question number 2 comes from Twitter, and it comes from Coco's Corner, Claudette Yaz. And she says, how did you know when to transition from law? And how did you know you wanted to move into advertising? Thanks. Okay, so it seems really crazy to go from something like law to advertising, particularly when I hadn't studied advertising. And also the salary gets so good that you kind of got these golden handcuffs and it's hard to move to something else that doesn't pay as much, particularly being an entrepreneur where we didn't take salaries for the first 2.5 years. I knew it was the right thing for me because I made a list of things that would make me happy in life, not just in my career, but life. And then I talked to anyone who would talk to me about their career, the industry they were in, what a good day looked like, what a bad day looked like. And I married it up against this list that I'd made, and advertising turned out to be the thing that I felt would best fit and make me happy. Alright, the next question comes from Twitter, and it comes from Sebastian, Sebas_1_1, and Sebastian says, I know it's totally random, but would you like to travel to South America? I love a random question, and yes, I would love to travel to South America. I can't imagine the colour, the food, the culture, and how inspiring it would be. Now that I'm living in the US here in LA, it's also way more accessible to me than Australia when I was based in Australia, so I'm pretty excited and pumped about visiting South America at some point. The next question comes from Instagram, and it comes from Fig and Bloom, and Fig and Bloom asks, hi Jodie, I've been a fan of Shoes of Prey for so many years, and I have one of your first gift cards handwritten. I've sent you a pic. I'd love to know how you took your clients from trying out the shoes to preferred shoe brand. Thank you in advance, and love seeing your brand grow. Wow, it was such a pleasure to receive this question because, my gosh, you have really been on the journey with us to have received that note because we were doing it so early on. So thank you so much for the gift of sharing that story with me. In terms of us being a preferred shoe brand, I actually don't think that we're there yet. And I'm basing that on repurchase rates, percentage of women who have bought the shoes to, the population of women who do buy shoes like this. And I know that usually there's not one shoe brand that makes up a woman's whole shoe cupboard or a man's. So I'm not expecting us to be that, but I think we can be a higher percentage and better known to then be able to call ourselves a preferred shoe brand. We are working on some things around that, and it involves better analysis of our data, getting to know you more, communication, and also working on our brand. Alright, question number 5 comes from Instagram, and it comes from Siat Up. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. The question is, what advice do you have for someone who hasn't found what they love doing or what they want to do for the rest of their lives? I would just say relax and follow your heart, because as a society we have all these crazy milestones in place about when you're supposed to know what you want to do. You finish high school, or you're in high school, you pick your subjects, and then you finish high school and you go to university and you're supposed to pick the course that takes you on the path to the career for the rest of your life. And that seems totally crazy to me because you haven't even had a chance to step into the world and really see how things are. So again, relax, follow your heart, really be curious, build skills in areas of things that you absolutely love, and be very practical in your learning as well. Do internships, go and call people who you think have careers or doing things that you find interesting. It doesn't have to be you committed to wanting to do that. It just has to be you being curious. And if you do all of these things, then you may just find something that makes your heart sing. So they're the 5 questions. I had so much fun making this video, mostly because it felt like, as all these questions were coming in, that we were having a conversation, and that was really nice. I will answer everyone's questions. P.S. Can't believe not a single one of you asked a question about Hunter the cat. Oh my god. But yeah, I will answer every single one of you. Again, thank you so much. This was super fun. I hope you're having a great week, and don't forget, do everything before you're ready. Bye.